The next morning, I woke up with a bit of skepticism. Although I was certain that the water level in the brook must have gone down, but you can never be too sure with the Himalayan streams. So, what will it be? A long hike or a short walk to the lake? We were about to find it out. The water was clearer than the previous evening, and the level had definitely gone down, so it was easier to tread. As the car crossed the brook, I felt relieved. Now, it was time to enjoy the beauty of the landscape. Vehicles go up to a point, and beyond that, you have to walk to reach the lake. After walking for about 15 minutes, we reached the lake. The view of the snowy mountains in a distance, shining under the sunlight, was mesmerizing. Just as the early bird catches the worm, the early traveler catches an inexplicable glimpse of nature. Seeing the reflections of the Himalayas was like seeing their soul. I felt they were trying to communicate with me, saying, "O traveler, be like us." Just like our soul appears as beautiful as our physical appearance, be like us. Just like we protect you from the harsh weather and enemies, be like us. Just like we don't differentiate between you and the other travelers like you, be like us. But then, there are some dim-witted, ignorant and a burden on earth people who consider such a beautiful place as their filthy drawing room where they can dump garbage wherever they want. As Chandratal is one of the 3 wetland sites of Himachal Pradesh, designated to be of international importance under the Ramsar Convention of 1971, an international treaty for the conservation and sustainable use of the Ramsar sites, hence it was heart-wrenching to see those plastic bottles. We collected as many as we could and dumped them far away from the lake. As we continued further, the view got better and better. The reflection was crystal clear as there was no wind at the far end of the lake. To summarize the view in Captain Jack Sparrow's words, up was down. Just as we were about to reach the other end of the lake, I heard some dogs barking in the distance, and looking in the direction of the sound, I saw 2 mastiffs guarding a flock of sheep. Cautiously, they were approaching us, and calmly, we were walking away. They soon lost interest in us as something else caught their attention. They ran uphill to chase that thing away, and later the shepherd told me it could be either a snow leopard or wolves. Although I had seen the dogs disappearing, I was still skeptical while approaching the flock. So from a distance, I cried out to have the shepherd's attention. After he reassured me about the dogs and accepted my request to photograph him and his flock, I started walking towards him. Kanhaiya, a shepherd from Palampur, Himachal Pradesh, was about to start his day. He lit a fire and invited us to have tea. I could never even think of it in my wildest of dreams of having a cup of tea with a shepherd at Chandratal. The journey of shepherds has always fascinated me. Full of adventures, tenacity, and surely motivating for the ones who are oblivious to the lifestyle of shepherds. Our conversation started with him complaining about the lack of mobile network and electricity at Chandratal. He was angry because the servant he had hired had run away with the advance payment, something That happened to him for the first time in 30 or more years, the period since he has been bringing his flock to the meadows of Spiti Valley. His sons are serving in the Indian Army and they want him to quit and rest at home. But his response was, "What will I do at home? I've been doing this for a very long time and I love it." The way he was concerned about the sheep, I saw in him a protagonist I read about in a poem, Gulzaman's Son, written by Keki and Daruwala. While talking to him, I didn't even realize when I finished my tea. My journey had come to an end. A journey full of memories, serendipitous encounters, meeting people from the region, and seeing the world through their eyes. I often wonder, why would anyone want to live here? Who were the first people to inhabit this land? Why did they choose this land when they could have settled anywhere in the lush green and fertile regions of the lower Himalayas? Perhaps because the main religion of the region is Buddhism, and because of its proximity to Tibet, migration of people was easier, either in general or because of wars, or in case of monks, to propagate their religion. And for the people who have lived in this region for centuries, I realized that no matter how it is, home is home. Everyone perceives the idea of home differently. For me, home is not just a place. It cannot be. It's a feeling and something I carry within me. Be it being with the people I love or being somewhere I wish to be. Death is certain. Change is the only constant. And change is what makes life worth living. You will go to different places. You will meet many people. And with some, you will develop a bond. And in them, you will find a home. That's the part I love about being a nomad. You wander, you meet people, you share a few moments, a few memories. They will keep you, and you will keep them in your memories till the journey in this world ends. You will turn to ashes, but those memories are going to linger in the cosmos for eternity.